Test, test, test. My goodness. You guys hear me okay? Test, test. Jeez. Somehow my computer muted the microphone in the system settings all by itself. Like, I had to go deep into the computer to unmute it somewhere. I don't even know where. I don't even know. I don't even know how to accidentally do that. It sounds like I'm underwater. Let me switch it around. Doesn't sound great. How about this? Is this any better? Which one? I've got two options here. I'm trying to figure out which one is the correct one. No better? So bad? Still sounds like I'm underwater? This should be better. No, it's not. It's not grabbing. It's grabbing my microphone off the front of the laptop. That's what's happening. I can't get this microphone here to work. So let me troubleshoot it. I don't understand. Okay, that should have fixed it. That should have fixed it. I can't even trade today because the microphone won't let me. Okay, good. I hate Microsoft. They're the stupidest company I've ever seen. The products suck. Oh my gosh. You ever have the stupidest problem with your computer and you can't figure out what it is? Alright, I think we're good now. Jeez, what a nightmare. I'd rather be sleeping and having a real nightmare. Alright, anyways, welcome in you guys. ST, good to see you here. Stuart, good to see you. Appreciate you guys being here. Alex, always good to see you as well. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Now, if my as long as this doesn't change, we're good. Oh, I still can't stream on TikTok. I don't know what the deal is. After the stream yesterday, I turned it on and I was able to go live on TikTok. Now I tried it again and it won't let me. It just doesn't make any sense. And nothing but technical difficulties, I guess. It's just really frustrating. But what are you gonna do? There's nothing I can do about it. Anyways, how's your guys' morning going? How's trading been? You guys take anything good, worth note? Dan's getting aggressive. He's gonna get banned on TikTok. Forgot about the news. Yeah, that's why I haven't traded yet. I got a little bit of a green on the screen, but that's from last night. All right, let's see. Yeah, we have NFP, or non-farm employment, 8:15, which is in 5 minutes. And then it looks like we have 10 o'clock PMI.
So maybe we can squeeze ourselves a trade. Account's doing good. Still alive. Still alive. I took a trade last night, MES in Asia, and it just kind of, volume just kind of died. It just kind of went flat, and the trade stayed open for like 2.5 hours. And I was just like, oh, okay, I don't know what's going on here. So I just kind of let it do its thing. I moved my stop loss to break even and then just waited. And then at about like 11:30 at night, I finally heard order filled, and it came back and hit my entry point, my break even. So I'm like, wow, 3 hours for a break even trade. Nice. But I didn't intend to hold it that long. It just didn't hit my take profit. I'm like, okay, I'm only asking for 20 ticks here. Like, it would not cross like 7 or 8 ticks. Like, what is that? It's terrible. It's like, I'm not asking for much here. It's like, it's just funny how that happens. But I'm glad I moved to break even, because I could have woke up this morning and I've been like, oh, great. But I gave it plenty of room. It's just weird how that works, you know. But at least I didn't lose, right? I didn't lose. All right, what's gold doing here? Sideways. I really wish this would work. Pez slept in 41 times. Yeah, where's that guy? Is he at least in Dan's stream? Yeah, he's in Dan's stream. Oh, appreciate that, Stuart. You're too kind. You're too kind. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Dan just automatically gets 500 people watching him. He doesn't have to advertise or anything. The YouTube algorithm loves him. Okay, what are we looking at here? NQ moved up, kind of hit this level. Seems to have kind of hit a brick wall. Look, a head and shoulders pattern on NQ. Hey, what's going on, Alex? Good to see you. Dan was on Pez's live show from the London. Interesting. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like seeing that. I like seeing the collaboration. I think collaboration is good. I think it's really good. Oh, sorry, guys. Every time I open a tab, it wants to... Yeah, every time I open a tab, it wants to overtake my Bullen hooks. Alright, so NQ... possibly breaking above this level, but it's not really clean to the left. It's not really that great. Let's see here. Pretty good about that spot, so we'll move there. We'll move there for buys. My mouse is being dumb. My mouse is right next to the computer, and it acts like it's 7 miles away and it can't connect. Alright. No, NQ does not look good. Not right now. Mouse. Let's see. MES. Now it came up to the level I wanted. I got in down here. Right. Dan just took a... We just took a quick impulse trade. Oh, he's gambling. Okay. He's gambling. What is he trying to do? Pass an account? It's funny. Dan was the only one in chat. Oh, not live. Oh, okay. Only in chat. Morning. How you doing, Candace? Good to see you. Yeah, spam them emojis. Good to see you. How are things? Yep. What is he trading? That's not gold. Maybe it is. Yeah, it's gold. Yeah. I was on the wrong chart. Yeah, I can't do it either. Well, he even said, he even admitted it. Oh, he's trading news. I see. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, he must be on a challenge account or something. It's all right. We don't trade like that. I don't trade like that. Yeah, same. I exactly, Candace. The guy who taught me how to trade is trading in the way he taught me not to trade. What am I supposed to do about that? You know? It's funny, isn't it? All right, let's see here. Damn you. Stop doing that. Jeez, it's really annoying. Every time I open up a new tab, it overrides my Bullinox. Okay. My gosh, stop. Well, I guess we're waiting for news then. So we'll just hang out for a little bit. Listen to some jams. Appreciate you guys being here. Okay. Yeah, do what your mentor says, not what he does. That's right, Alex. Yeah. Well, we know better, right? We know better. Even recommends not trading news right there. So there you go. That's why we are doing what we're doing. It's good. All right. Yeah, we'll see how things go today with news. See if we can get something. Giovanni, welcome to the crew. Thanks for subbing to the channel. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, don't trade news. Not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. if you're gonna trade news, you basically trade it on a qualification account. Which reminds me, you guys, right now, I need to change something. Bullinox is 91% off. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. That's like the cheapest you'll ever see. You can get an account for $13. It's really sick. There's a few codes out there. I'll give you guys mine if you want it. I'll put it in the stream. I get like $2 if you buy an account. Whatever, right? It's nothing. But I'll put it on screen here for you guys if you're interested. But I've done that multiple times where I just grab a couple cheap accounts, $13. You can't beat 13 bucks. Yeah, it's a monthly, but the nice thing about Bullinox is whatever you pay the original price at, if you pay 13 bucks, you'll keep that rate. So if you don't pass it within 1 month, you'll pay 13 bucks again, which is nice. It's nice to be able to kind of keep that same rate if you just can't, pass the account, which, we've all been there, right? But it's good for December, so you guys got plenty of time to use it, and I think you can use it multiple times. Let me put it on screen. FV3NC. Oh, you have a code for 95%? That's sick, Stuart. Nice. Yeah, that's really sick. I gotta update my chat bot. Code. Wait a minute. Dan owns Top Step. That's funny. Oh, the code is on. Oh, he's got. Okay, cool. That's good. I didn't know Pez had one too. That's good. Yeah, you don't have to use mine. I just throw it in there for anybody who wants it. If you can get a better deal with 95%, I'd say take that one. Well, yeah, why not? Okay. Cool. And Dan, trading news, kicking ass. It's crazy. Wow. Pretty sick. Yeah, look at that thing. Oh, I put it in Pez's channel. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Alex. I did. I forgot about that. That's what happens when your microphone won't turn on and your brain starts melting. Like, am I going crazy? Like, nothing's changed since yesterday. What happened? All right. Hey, what's going on, Caliper? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome to the crew. We are We are not trading news, but we're watching Dan trade news. Now we're just watching this news candle play out. We got another news candle in about an hour and a half. So letting it kind of chill a bit and go from there, you know. Yeah, big news candle here. But news candles are nice because they will allow us to, it'll create some range for us to trade, which I'm good with that. Definitely good with that. NQ, big news candle as well. It's pretty ugly to the left on NQ. Got some chop over here. There's a level right here. So I'm basically looking for something beyond that. Or below. Like that level. Not even that, that's worse. Selling NQ would be, it's pretty bad. Dan's Wemmers at 2 a.m. Yeah, that's, yeah, exactly. Well, they're pretty good. They're fast though. If you've been to one before, hang on, I got sneeze. Maybe. Yeah, we should ask Dan if he's gonna buy this, right, Alex? The seminars are quick. They go quick. Like he'll do 45 minutes, rapid fire, and it's hard to keep up with it. Like last one I went to, I was like, fire hydrant? Yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna have to rewatch this like 4 times. So that's how it went for me. It was a little too much, too fast. It should be recorded, yeah. At least for us mentorship cats, we'll be able to watch it again. But I've found if you go through the course content, if you're in the course, it's basically a refresher. And a refresher with about 1% of the information, maybe about 10% of the information. Yeah. No evals to gamble right now, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, just wait for something good. I have a debt account I could have taken it on, but I don't want to do that anymore. You know, I want to get into the correct mindset and stay there. And that's hard to do, right? That's hard to do. All right, let's see. I'm also streaming on Twitch. I don't know if you guys are gamers, but I'm over there trying to build a little bit of an audience. Might not, but it's still there, so. Looks pretty good for NQ, but the problem is it's super garbage to the left. Yeah. There's a level. There's a level right here. About 100 ticks away. Not great. How about on MES? I do like that. I do like this level right here. But pretty big candle to come all the way back up like that. Plus you have all this. Yeah, we're at a major resistance level right now. This is the one that I was watching last night. Yeah. Yeah, the market's not great right now. Not a good spot. Just gonna have to wait for it to form some better structure. New York Open has been I feel like it's been this way every day. What is that going on? Aaron Trades is in the chat. That's cool. Yeah, that one doesn't work anymore, Alex. The exclamation subs, it broke, so I had to turn it off. But currently at like 140 subscribers, which is pretty sick. Pretty sick for, I've only had this account open for a month. Did exclamation command not work? That's weird. Man, the technical difficulties I'm having today, I'll tell you what. Oh, try commands with an S. Yeah, there's a commands with an S. That's what it is. Yeah, that should do it. There you go. I definitely can't change. Oh, I can change that. Let me actually do. I'll add command in there so that way command also works. There, either one works now. Sweet, sweet. Cheer didn't work? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be cheers. Let me change. I can add in. You can add in alternates. So let me do cheer. Yeah. You can also do cheer up. Yeah, good. Anytime you guys are like, oh man, it didn't work, I'll just add it in so that it works next time. I appreciate the cheer. Thank you. That's nice. That's nice of you, Stuart. Yeah. On a day like today where all the technical issues are front and center, it's nice to be cheered up. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a dressed man on a bicycle? A tire? That's funny. That's a pretty good one. I like that one. That one's clever. That's not a corny dad joke. That's actually a pretty good one. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah. Let's see if I can simultaneously go live on TikTok. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. He caught it at the right spot. I'd get out now if I was him. I know he said he's all in or not at all, but top tier scammer. Come on. I just can't get anything to work right today. Man, TikTok is one of the most confusing places I've ever been. It just doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Yeah, candle close. Yeah, that's usually where I get out. Because I've seen, how many times have you seen this where it goes one direction and then it turns around and goes the other direction? I feel like it happens quite a bit. It's almost like it's like news will rocket one direction and then the market says, no. We didn't want that. We need to go back to where it was. Right? It's almost like it's a glitch in the market or something. Oh, thanks. Appreciate the congrats, Alex. Yeah. All right. Ay. I know my chart looks frozen, but it's it kind of is frozen. No, it's okay. It's moving now. It's moving now. Hey, what's going on, Pez? The market does nothing yet. Exclamation Pez in the chat. He's in the chat. He's here. How you doing, Pez? Good to see you. I saw you over in Dan's stream a little bit. Did you take his gamble trade? I love how he's like, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. Yeah, sure. ADP, isn't that a security company that you put the little thing on your lawn? Holding an impulse since 31. Yeah. I was holding an MES trade last night, but I wasn't holding it because of any reason other than the fact that it would not move. Oh, ADT, that's right, yeah. I couldn't get past 7 ticks. Like I set my take profit at 20 and I set my stop loss at 20 and it just stayed at 7 ticks for like 3 hours. And then it finally came back down, moved to break even, and it knocked me out. I'm like, yay, I'm so glad I'm live my life at break even. Yeah, it's strong bullish bias going into New York, so I found an entry. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's still bullish. You probably caught something good from this news candles. News candle's been pretty sick so far. And it's still moving. Still moving. It's moving up towards that key level right there. Multiple support and resistance level. I tell you what, TikTok is the most confusing place I've ever been. I can't figure out anything. Just trying to figure out how to change. It wants to automatically open up my laptop webcam and go live from that. Who in this world still does that? If you're going to go live, you're going to do it from a professional camera like this one, not the laptop. And it's like it's automatically default the laptop and I can't figure out how to change it. And it's driving me nuts. I can't figure out how to change it. And then it's like there's a shutter blocking your webcam. I'm like, okay. Yeah, that's because I don't want to use it. Yep, congrats to Pez. Damn, he hit TP. That's sick. Wow, how much did he make? That was so zesty. This is zesty. I made $1.80. Dan made $3,000. I made $1.80. He teaches me not to gamble, and I don't gamble. I make $1.80. That's funny. Dan's a billionaire. The rest of us are eating crumbs and scraps. Dan's getting more aggressive. Did you guys notice that? The longer that I've seen him, he's turning into one of those streamers. The ones that yell at people all the time. Oh, it's funny. I'll never be that way. I'll never be that. Not saying anything bad about Dan. Yeah, he does that sometimes. It's been a little bit more lately. Hope he's all right. All right, what do we got for the markets? Anything yet? No. Might not get anything today, guys. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So far, it's pretty ugly. Pretty ugly for normal trades. For normal, non-news trades. Hey, what's going on, Vanessa? Welcome in. Vanessa Trades is in the house. How are things going? Whoa, what's going on, Shibby? How you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, we're just hanging out. Good to see you. What up, what up? Yep. Did you guys see Dan's crazy news candle trade? I hope that was on a practice account or a brand new combine. I hope that wasn't an actual account. I don't know. But if it was, cruel. Excellent. But yeah, how are things? How are you doing? Yeah, NQ's not really showing much. I don't like NQ right now. MES. Nah. I don't. There's a case for this wick fill, but I don't know. It's risky. Oh no, Shibby. Well, you know what? We're gonna cheer you up. Hey, but you know what? It's part of the journey. I feel like everybody has to blow a funded. It's like a rite of passage. I've blown one, and I still have the other one. And it's clinging on for dear life. But it's definitely... Yeah, throw cheers in the chat for Shibby. Yeah, that's right, you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Was that, Shibby, was that a Bullinox account? If you don't mind me asking. Just curious. Because now you're free, right? Now you're free to move to Top Step. And everybody who's, you know, crushing it is on Top Step. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Yep. Cheers for Shibby in the chat. That's right, man. Yeah, I'm definitely still want to go to Top Step. They don't have any discounts right now. It's kind of weird, but you would think they would have had a Black Friday discount or a Christmas discount or something. But I'm kind of waiting for that. I do like the idea of getting the $90 account and not paying for activation, but if you better be able to pass it though. That's the only thing. If you can pass it, you'll be all right. But, you know, for me anyways, for me. But yeah. So, be interesting to see. They do have a discount right now. They have a boyfriend discount. Okay. No, I'm kidding. Public Discord. Huh, I'll have to look at that. I know they have an Onward 40, which I used that one already. So, I know I can't use that again. And that one, they did that one from, they had a glitch in the Matrix, and I guess they decided to put out a code for people. And I think that one was it, but I'm wondering if they have a new one. Oh god, I hate TikTok. Listen to this, you guys. Oh, I hate it. So I am trying to go live on TikTok, right? Same thing I'm doing here. Not only am I having an issue over there, which I have live access, I can't seem to activate it through the computer. So I opened up a TikTok live studio, and I can't turn off the webcam. It wants to use my automatic webcam in the laptop, and no, I have a camera here. So I go to click on it. I finally found where I can change the camera. You're never gonna believe this. When I go to switch it to this camera, it says unlock this camera by going live on studio 3 more times for 25 minutes each. Really? I have to unlock an achievement to switch my camera. Have you guys ever heard of stupider buffoonery than that? I'm blown away. I'm blown away by how bad that is. Like, who designs this? Who actually thinks that this is a good idea? Oh my gosh. It kills me. Nobody else does this crap. YouTube doesn't do it, Twitch doesn't do it, and for some reason TikTok just has to be complicated. Ugh. I went live on TikTok one time, and now it won't work. It's so dumb. Sorry, I don't mean to complain, but I cannot believe the stupidity that they have in this. It's like if your phone said, you know, you have multiple phones on the back, right? And if you went to switch to the other phone, it said you need to take another 30 pictures before you get the opportunity to use the other camera. Oh, okay, so it's locked behind an achievement. I've never heard of something dumber in my whole life. Oh, jeez. That's pretty useless to me. That's pretty useless. I've never, yeah. Well, whatever. And then, yeah. Whatever. All right. Whoa, look at gold. Gold really popped. See that? Jeez. Pez, if you're still in, man. Yeah, I fixed it. It's if I'm I was looking at if I go to another browser, it freezes this browser. I don't know why. Yeah, so I try when I'm reading something on the other browser because I'm trying to read about how to fix this problem. You know, yeah. So, yeah, don't waste your energy on nonsense. Good way to put it, Alex. Yeah. Exactly. Well, you know, when a platform like that is meant, it's meant for people like just tuning in and watching and stuff like that. That's how you're gonna grow, right? You're gonna grow by reaching more people, and for me, live is like the best way to do it. So then to make it as difficult as possible to go live just doesn't make any sense to me. You know, I don't understand it. Especially with like traders and stuff. I don't know what it is, but it seems like they're really hard on traders. Dan gets shut down all the time, and there's another guy that I watched, he would get shut down like 4 times in one stream. Warden, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? It's good to see you. Yep, welcome in. Watching gold just rocket here. Who could have predicted this? Well, I guess Dan did, so. But, yeah. This price structure right here, does not say, guess what? It's going to rocket another 600 ticks. It's slowly creeping its way up, and maybe you could have got in somewhere down here and held it, but this is just insane right now. But for me, yeah, 300 ticks for me. Grabbing a little piece of the cake every single day is the way I seem to be the most successful. Like if you look, I'll show you guys my calendar. This is my trades for the week. $1. I'm sitting here, I make $1 over here, and some other people are making 3,000 of them. But this was from Asia last night. I took a trade and it ended up coming back to break even, but that's okay. It wasn't a loss. My goal is to finish this week green. I just want to finish green. I just want to start the week. I want to finish the week higher than I started. And that's it. You can't see to the left here, but I'm up 100 on the week. Well, I guess you could do the math, right? But yeah, a green week. 3 trades, 2 trades, 1 trade. Super disciplined, super locked down, right? Because think about this, right? If you guys are here, I'm going to give you a little secret. Think about these numbers here. 44, 55, right now is $1, but Orem, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. No, I appreciate it, Alex. Yeah, I appreciate it. These are me taking 1 to 2 contracts across one account. Yo, yeah, no, I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this because I can do the same thing. The only difference between this and a large payout is the size of contracts and the number of counts. This is across one account on like 1 or 2 micros. So let's do 10 micros. At some point, I'll get it to where I don't have enough cushion right now. Once I have enough cushion, I can scale up to 10 micros. Same trades, same systems, same setups. Now it'll be $444, $552, and I guess $10, right? Ignore the one from today or yesterday, whatever. Now that would be $1,000 on this account, but I have 3 to 5 accounts that it's copy traded. That's how these guys are making $5,000 a day. But you have to slowly get to that point where you have enough cushion to be able to do it. I don't have that cushion right now. I have to do this. I have no choice. I have to do this because Bullinox and prop firms have trailing drawdown. This is it. This is the only way that I can slowly crawl my way up. And then once I have a big cushion, then I can scale up 3 contracts. 5 contracts, 7 contracts. And then if I, instead of losing $50 on one day and that being, okay, it'll be $500 because the next day, if I get a winning trade, I'll make $500. So that's the secret to doing it is copy trade it across multiple accounts. And it takes a long time to get there, but you have to have the consistency first. So I'm happy with this because it means I'm on the right track. I'm in the right lane. Man, gold is just going. This is crazy. Yeah, and that's the hard part, Caliper. It's hard to get to that point where you're doing multiple accounts. It's tough. It takes a long time. But as one thing I'll never forget, Perry told me was it takes a long time to make a little, and then it takes a little time to make a lot. And he and Dan and some of the other guys are living proof of that. I'm still not there yet, but that's okay. That's all right. Oh, I appreciate it, Dean. No, that's nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. WPEZ. Welcome in, Dean. Welcome in. Yep. Look at this. Melt. Jeez, NQ. Chill, son. But, I think self-awareness is key. If you know where you're at and you can see and watch where other people are at, and separate that, because they're in chapter 6 and you're on the title page, right, Shibby? We're on the title page, or on the front cover. You know, when other guys are on chapter 6 and you're like, oh, I want to get to chapter 6, and you try and jump to chapter 3 or 4, it's just not going to work. You're going to get burned. And the guys that are at chapter 6 have been through that journey, and they know what it's like to get burned at chapter 3. You know, weird analogy, but it works. It works. So, you know, if I focus on... No, I appreciate that, Pez. Yeah. Yeah, it's been hard, man. It's been hard because, you know, I've been through so much crap in my career. I mean, I could talk about it for an hour. I'm 38, right? I've done a lot. I've done a lot of jobs. I've worked at a lot of places. And I'm still on the bottom. This corporate ladder thing is a scam. That's all I gotta say. It's a scam. It just, yeah. It just is. I mean, it's just not, it doesn't exist. Like, I have 3 degrees and I'm still on the bottom. So I'm like, I'm seriously behind in life. I've got a family. I've got kids. I need to find a way to catch up quickly. Still working a 9 to 5. What I'm doing right now is basically my second job, possibly taking on a third job just to make things happen, you know? Absolutely, Stuart. Like, you know, when it's bad when you're like, when you need to borrow money to pay your bills, when you need to borrow money to buy food for your kids. Like, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. So it's like, okay, cool. Maybe I should try something else. Take a sell on NQ? Yeah. Nice. Oh, you almost did. Okay, Dean. Yeah, I'm waiting for some price structure here. So, but I know a lot of guys have been there. I know Dan's been there. He didn't have a family, didn't have kids, but I know he's basically came from the ghetto. And some of the other guys, oh, Stream Elements is feeling sorry for me. You can ignore that, guys. That's an automatic thing. So that wasn't me. I didn't put that in there. That's automatic. Stream Elements likes to take care of their creators. So you can ignore that. That's not me begging. Tired of getting yelled at by boomers? I got to do this? Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, Orem. No kidding. And it's funny because it's like, you know, once upon a time you were in my shoes. Once upon a time you had somebody screaming at you and telling you or whatever. And then you got lucky and you got in the position that you're at. So it's like, why treat me like that? You know, go back and be humble to the way it was for you when you were struggling, when you were just doing grunt work. And I can't tell you how many bosses I've had that are that way. I had a boss when I got, well, let's see, back in 2011. I had a boss that was straight out of the Marine Corps. Hey, I was in the military. All is good. But he was literally a drill sergeant for 20 years, retired, and came in to be a supervisor. And then ran our shop like he was a drill sergeant. I'm like, bro, this doesn't work. You have to figure out how to separate this. This is 2 separate worlds. And it was miserable. And I said, I will never be like that guy. Never be like that guy. Ever. I will never treat people like that. Yeah, exactly, Orem. Exactly. And you know what? I've had some good bosses too. No, it's good. Let's see. Is your Project X same as it should be? Yeah. Yeah, it should be. I don't know. Is your Project X username the same as Bolinox? I'm not sure. Haven't had any issues. Yeah, exactly, Orem. I had a guy, this same guy, I know we're story time, right? We're just waiting for the market anyways, but I had the same guy. I came in early. I came in 45 minutes early because I knew today we are going to be behind if I don't start early. And it always happens. We get to the end of the day and we're scrambling and it's like, now we got to stay an extra hour, but we had a deadline. We had to get these, I was a quality inspector. I had to get these inspections done so that way they can move to the next process. And it has to be done by like 3 o'clock. So I came in early to start early. I come in, I start doing my work, I start inspecting. He walks in the door and starts screaming at me. What are you doing here? I'm like, I'm trying to get ahead. He's like, no, we don't do that. You show up on time. And he was just going off on me. And I said, look, I'm trying to be proactive here. Oh boy, did he call me into his office and told me what a big piece of shit I am and all this stuff. I'm like, we wasted more time, me sitting in your office, you yelling at me. I could have gotten 2 more kits done. It was horrible, man. Oh, it was one of the worst bosses I've ever had in my life. But I feel like that was in 2011, right? It's 2025. Nothing's changed. It's 15 years in my career. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed, right? This is it for me. I can't do anything else. I've done absolutely everything I possibly can to climb the corporate ladder, and it just doesn't work. You got yelled at for not doing enough yesterday, and then you got yelled at for doing too much because I figured it would pick up the spike. See, I'm not the only one that has to deal with this I can't say the word. This dumbness, right? Orem, I'm right there with you, bro. And you guys like you and I who give a shit about our careers and put everything we have into it, and we just get dumped on constantly. And it's like, I'm doing the work that you don't want to do. You should treat me better. Yeah, my charts are my happy place. That's right. And so all this stuff, right, comes back. It's hard to separate all of that when you're sitting on the charts. This has been the biggest challenge for me. Getting all that crap to not affect me wanting to fix this and be successful and get it done and move on. And it's just, there's such a wall there that you're trying to break through constantly. Yeah, exactly, Candace. Yep. And the thing is that I'm really good about jumping into something, learning absolutely everything about it, trying to level up that skill, and then not quit. And here's the thing that I like about the charts. No boss, no schedule, no clocking in, no customers, no product, no service. I don't have to do any of that. Because if I have worked for myself too, and that also sucks. I like it, but I was basically slaving 16 hours a day. I was exhausted. I'd come home and I'd lay on the floor for 5 hours just to fix my back from hurting so bad. And I had customers, and I had a product, and I had services and sales and all that crap, right? So there's both sides of it really suck. And trading, I feel like, is the key. It's like it's so unique and it's so rare that it's like the key to unlock the forbidden door, right? The door that most people never find. It's the forbidden door of complete freedom. Freedom from a boss, freedom from a schedule, freedom from, bad coworkers, freedom from, you name it, having customers, having a product, having services, all that stuff. And it's just, what else am I going to do? I got nothing. What else? I've done everything. I've busted my tail for 20 plus years, and I'm still paid at entry level. Like, it's just, and COVID reset my career completely. I was actually a pilot. I was flying across the mountains, I was basically doing cargo and all that, and COVID shut it all down. So I had to make an adjustment. And it's like, I've been in survival mode since the day I started working, basically. Yeah, exactly, Caliper. It's no wonder so many people try to make this work. So many people try to try to make it happen. And it's so hard. It's hard to be a successful trader. And if you've never worked in the corporate world, you've never had a job, or you just don't really know how lucky you are to be successful at this without grinding your ass off for 20 years, breaking your body, breaking your mental state for 20 years, continually getting shit on by the industry, and still getting up every morning and going to that horrible place. Now, right now, I'm in a pretty good spot with the job that I have. Like, it's one of the best ones that I've had, but I'm still at the bottom, you know? So, you know, what do you do? But of all the places I've worked, the one I'm at right now is probably one of the best, you know? Pretty good bosses and a good schedule and stuff like that. You know, I can't complain about the work that I do, and I enjoy what I do, but it don't pay the bills, right? It just don't pay the bills. And it sucks because I have so much experience in the industry. I've got over 20 years in aviation. You would think that I'd be some kind of assistant director or manager or something by now. Yeah, so sorry for my rant, but you know, you guys show up, you're going to get a little bit more of me every day. Just watching gold here. This orange line that I have on gold is a major support and resistance level, and it looks like it's coming in. It does, depending on where you're at, you know. The thing is companies now are so greedy. They want to stretch everybody so thin. They'll hire a team of 3 to do the work that a team of 6 needs, and they'll pay you bare minimum. And just that's how it is. You know, aviation pays well for those who are making the money, right? The high ups, the higher ups. Man, I could really get into this, but I probably shouldn't. The pay scale is off balance. The people at the top make hundreds of thousands per year, and the people at the bottom make tens of thousands. And the people at the bottom are doing all the work. Yeah, your wife got mad at you for that reason. Says I'm talented and want to commit and still get paid. Like, so true, Stuart. I'm in the same boat, dude. and it sucks. It's like, oh, like me, I've got college degrees. I've got 3 college degrees. And if I would have just gotten a mechanic's license, I would be higher paid. Somebody tell me life is not a scam. College is not a scam. I can say that because I have 3 degrees and none of them count. It's insane, bro. It's insane. You're in a similar boat, Candace. Job doesn't pay the bills. Yep. That's why I'm so focused on getting trading to work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, trade schools. Yeah. It's an interesting move on gold here. It's fairly still a bit bullish. I don't know. I've noticed that losing focus in your real life job while learning trading can carry over to the charts. Isn't that interesting, Oram? Yeah. There's going to be a day I'm going to be sitting in a meeting with the people that I work with who make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And I will be the highest paid person in that room. And nobody's going to know it. Unless they watch my streams. You know, unless they watch this shit. But they probably won't. You know? That's going to be insane. I dream about that moment. All these people. You know? Sitting there. And I'll just be sitting here like this. Yeah, we'll take care of it. Sure. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'll make sure that email goes out. The whole time I'm going to be thinking about this. You know? Yeah. You're just not going to go in one day? That's interesting, Oram. Yeah. Well, I like Dan's story where his boss actually called him and said, hey, listen, things aren't going good. You're distracted or something. And he's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. And he basically, you know, they knew he did live and stuff like that, and they saw his success, and they were just like, yeah, I really like this potential for a sell. It's a bit risky because it's counter trend, but I really, I want to take it. I want to take it. Should I take it? Should I take it? As soon as I click the button, it's going to go the opposite direction. As soon as I click sell, it's going to go green. I just know it. Just know it. Pull up to work with a Lambo and happy last day cake for yourself. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Caliper. I actually had a boss. I am not kidding you. This is a true story, right? Yeah, that's true story. I'll click sell. I want to click sell so bad. I want to click sell so bad. It looks pretty good, but it doesn't look great. I am not kidding. This is a true story. I had a boss on my last day. He brought me a cake, and it said he had somebody like write on it. You know, somebody will be like "Happy Birthday" or whatever. No, you know what he wrote on the cake? Finally gone. It's exactly what he gave. That was the last day I worked there. That's what I got. Ha 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 ha. You know, we're supposed to, you know, laugh about it when I've been grinding my ass off for 15 years at this point, and this is how. Maybe it's a joke. Great. This is literally the last time I'm gonna see you for the rest of my life, and you could have done a little better, you know. And I'm just like, ah, it figures. He literally gave me a cake that said finally gone. Thanks for the cake, I guess. Yeah, so jeez. Yeah, anyways, that's my little rant for the day. I appreciate you guys. The cake was all right. Yeah, it was from a grocery store though, so it's like, you know, it's that kind of like drywall cake, you know. Yeah, or some cheap $2 cake. Yeah, I got a lot of stories. I got a lot of stories, bro. I've done so much. I've had so many jobs. I've done so much in my career. I have stories out the wazoo. But that's why trading is so important to me. It's such a journey. I've been multiple times I've tried to grow in a career. Multiple times I've asked to go from part-time to full-time and have been told no. You know, stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I can't pay my bills, so either I have to go find another job or you make me a full-time employee. And then they let me go find another job. Like, come on. I think that's my favorite part about the trading culture. It hasn't been toxic like most work environments I've been in. Or you and me are the same, bro. You and me are the same. We have been through the same story, same shit. And I love that. That's so, yeah. I'm 100% in agreement with you. Yeah. I think we're all looking for a way out of the rat race. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Yeah, I'm extremely looking for it because I've tried everything else. Everything. Props to you for staying strong over the years. I'm pushing 20. I've already said stuff for this. Yeah, stuff this 9 to 5. Yeah, exactly, Dean. If you figure out trading 20 years before I did, man, that's sick. That's sick. You're in a great spot. Just make sure that you're able to invest it and make sure that you're able to, you know, set yourself up so that way when you're 38 or you're 40, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff anymore. Bull and Ox, are they only billing me again on... Ooh, wow, that's sick. Are only billing you again 1 March. You just bought a 50K. They're not billing you again until March? Interesting. Yeah, I'm exhausted from it too, Stuart. I just... It's hard for me to care anymore. I'm really struggling with it, you know? I do care. I still do the work and I still show up, right? I'm here. I'm clocked in. You guys are paying me to do a service, so I'm going to do it. But inside, I'm just dying. I'm just dying. Oh, I'm glad I didn't click sell. I'm just dying inside. And the worst part about it, dude, is I've actually sat down with my boss and said, listen, I want to make all my money right here. Can we do something? I've got a lot of skills. I can bring a lot to the table. And I was told, you should probably get a second job. Oh, really? You're telling me that the skills that I bring to the table are not good enough that you're willing to pay more. You would rather me go get a second job. Fine. And this is it right here. This is what they pushed me to. This is what they pushed me to. Oh. Yeah, exactly, Stuart. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can kind of relate, you know. I mean, I wish I had found trading 20 years ago, man. Shit. I would have been sick. 10 years ago would have been sick. Dan's talking about craziness. And the market, like the housing market and all that stuff has just changed so much, at least in the US. I can't even buy a house anymore. I've bought and sold 2 houses in my life, and I can't afford to do it again. And you know, you move and you're like, oh, we'll rent for a little bit, and then maybe we'll change it up and get a house. Well, now I'm stuck in renting. I can't get out of renting. Man, the markets today are just weird. Yeah, they keep raising the rent. Exactly, Candace. Jeez. You know, I'm not made of money, right? My rent goes up, my bills go up, food goes up, electricity, trash, all that stuff. But you know what never goes up? My pay to match all that shit. The expenses keep going up, and my pay cannot keep up with it. If you're going to raise all that, then you need to raise my pay. And it's just broken. I feel like this structure is broken. Teach your child teach your child to be a profitable trader. Yeah. Yep, exactly. They keep raising the rent. I started in grade 9 when I was 14 just trading. Oh, that's sick. Oh, man, you really got started early, Dean. That's cool. I like that. That's a cool story. Yeah, your wife is 7 weeks pregnant. Hey, congratulations, Stuart. Everybody throw exclamation congrats in the chat for Stuart. Because he's going to be a dad. That's sick, man. Yeah, you can't wait. Need to provide, not doing it with salary. Yeah. Oh, man. I have 3 kids, Stuart. It just gets harder. Dan's yelling at people. Let's see. Catching up with chat here. Yeah, I have a similar story, Stuart. We tried for a long time. Finally got lucky, but then my wife had very, very complicated pregnancies and births. Let's just put it this way. If it was not modern times, my wife would have died three times. I have 3 kids. She would have died 3 times if it wasn't for modern medicine and modern practice. If we were living in some hut or something in, Newfoundland back in the 1800s or something, nobody would have survived. Yeah, it's crazy, man. An extremely, extremely complicated birth. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. But you know what? I will tell you one thing. I'm a piece of leather, man. I've been through it all. I am tough as freaking leather now. Because there's nothing in life that I haven't seen or experienced that's gonna break me. Because I've been attempted to be broken like 7,000 times, right? You make leather tough by beating the hell out of it. You make gold tough and metal tough by beating the hell out of it, throwing it into the furnace, and then beating the hell out of it until it shapes into the specific shape that you're looking for. It's like a potter, right? When they've got the clay and the thing is moving and they're like shaping it, everything is good and it looks great, and you have this nice vase or pot or whatever. But if you were to pour water into it, you pour something into it, it'd probably collapse, right? So what do you have to do? You have to take it and put it into the furnace, and you have to, or the kiln, and you have to heat the shit out of it. Then it's extremely fragile after that. But it has to go through that process in order to be used for another purpose, right? It's got to be used to, in order for it to be used to hold water, which is its true purpose, it has to go through the process of shaping and molding and heat and pressure, and then it can be used. So I feel like that's how it is. That's how life is, I guess. I don't know. However the Matrix code works, I don't know. But I will just say there's one word that defines me now, and that is jaded. I'm jaded. The apprentice Seth will surpass the mentor. That's cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Alex. You know, and for me, I am not a greedy person. If I can replace my income that I make now, and maybe just a little bit more, because there are months where it's really tough, I'll be fine. I am not a Lambo, Rolex wearing person at all. Yeah, I want to do a lot. I want to be able to help other people, and I would like to be able to give a lot of money to churches and people who are really struggling in this world. Look, I'm not naive. I live in the United States. We got it pretty good. But there are people in this world who have it absolutely worse than me, and I would like to help those people. If I can put some money into their community, if I could put some money into their village, sweet. And that there's a scripture that says, don't store your treasures on earth where moth and rust can destroy, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but store your treasures in heaven. And that's what I want to do. I appreciate it, Warden. Yeah, I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. You were saying this to your wife a couple weeks ago, Orem? Yeah, that's sick. I actually drive a beat up old Dodge Ram 1500. And it has a leak in the radiator. It's a shit box. Yeah, I don't need a nice vehicle. The only vehicle I've ever wanted I had was my first car. My first car was a 1969 Firebird, and I had to sell it because I had a kid and all that stuff, right? So my goal at some point is to get that back. I also owned 2 airplanes, but they were on loan, so I had to get rid of them because of the loan. Let's see. Are you going to come back up here, NQ? But yeah, I sold 2 airplanes as well, and I flew them. But it was more of a fun thing. I had my own business. I was doing pretty good, and yeah, and then I realized, holy crap, this is a lot more expensive than I thought. So I ended up selling it. But you know what? I like to taste. I don't need to own. I just like to taste. You know, I don't want to own the bar. I'd like to go in there and try a little tiny half a shot of everything just so I can experience it. I want to experience life. I don't want to own life. I don't need to own something that's going to end up in a landfill, right? A Lambo is eventually going to end up in the landfill. Yeah, maybe it's a pessimistic way of looking at it, but just my philosophy, instead, I'd rather build a well for a community that feeds or gives clean water to a village for the next 30 years. To me, that's more valuable. So, I don't know. I'm not a saint or anything, but I'm trying to focus my attention and trying to focus my everything in life in a specific direction, because I've been crapped on so much that I'm like, fine, you know what? You're going to give me something sour. I'm going to give you back something sweet. And that's really what I want to try and do. I really like to have bottom wicks on these. These pretty bad bottom wicks. If these had nice long bottom wicks, we'd grab a, and this had a top wick, we'd grab a buy. It did create a top wick here. Nice retest. Oh, stock has changed its open. Yeah, don't trade this candle. Just wait. Don't trade this candle. Stock has changed its open. So, anyways, yeah, I'll buy a jet. Yeah. I had the ability to buy a jet, but I didn't want it. Talk about it expensive. The thing is if you buy an aircraft, then the state is like, oh, you're rich. You own an airplane. Here's a $7,000 tax bill for owning that airplane in this state. And I'm like, literally the airplane is worth less than a car. I bought an airplane for 20 grand. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that would help out Alex for sure. Yeah. Yeah, they'll pay me like $2. Oh, I like what NQ did, but it just didn't give me an entry, and it's also the New York Stock Exchange Open, so that's really risky. Really risky. But anyways, my airplane, I bought an airplane for $20,000. That's not even a car, you know, and then they hit me with a $7,000 tax for owning that airplane. Yeah, it was a deal. It was pretty awesome. I don't know if I have a picture of it. I know I have a picture of it. But I ended up selling it. I was like, the taxes is just too expensive. Isn't that funny? The fact that they thought I was rich. It's easier for me to just show you guys on my phone. This is the airplane that I owned. You guys can see that. Nice little blue and white Taylorcraft BC-12D. Sweet little airplane. That thing was a ton of... Oh, it was so good. Yeah. 20 grand. Can you believe that? 20 grand for that. For an airplane that looks like that. Just crazy. I had to do it. I had to do it. And as a pilot, I'm like, shoot, I can own an airplane? Shoot, let's do this. You know? But I got a taste of it, which was nice. Yeah. Yeah, what are you taking? Yeah, exactly, Alex. Sounds good. Yep. Yeah, $7,000 a year for taxes. Can you believe that, Candace? I was appalled. I was appalled. I just couldn't believe it. Yeah. Just because I owned an airplane, they thought I was rich. And like, ooh, let's get as much money out of this fool as we can. It's an airplane that costs 20 grand, not 300 grand. Like, come on. You gotta level this. No, you're not banned, Stuart. I wouldn't ban you. Did you, if you say something and it doesn't come through, YouTube is blocking it. It's not my bot. My bot's not blocking it. I turned all that off after Dan got nerfed. Oh, really? That's crazy, Stuart. Yeah. Oh, choppy day, huh? News, candles all over the place. We should be good until that says 9:45, 10 o'clock. How many hours do I usually stream? I try and stream at least 2 hours, which it's been almost 2 hours. Sometimes I go a little longer. You're off, Dean. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being in here. Appreciate you being in. I would say option 1 on Bull and Ox. Option 1. Option 2 is complicated, man. It's going to be really hard to figure out. Option 1 is simpler. It's not the best because of trailing drawdown, but it's simpler. All right. Bloodied inbound. Here comes all the peeps. Good to see you, Warden. Appreciate you being in. Yep, good to see you. Code's not working. FV3NC. Is that the one you're using? Just double check it. Stuart said it worked. Can't log into Project X. That's interesting. Gold 4-hour close in 20 minutes on that level and a good pullback. Maybe give us a trade. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Let's see. Just gonna double check the code. Make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, FV3NC should still work. 91% off. 50K accounts, 100K accounts, 150K accounts, 250K accounts. Oh, that's, yeah, try the 50K. It doesn't work on the 25K, that's why. If you want at 83% off on the 25K accounts, it might be expired, so I don't know. 55 ABX on for 25K. It might be expired though. Try this one. Yep. Okay. Digital risk per trade for 50K future challenge account. Really depends on what the setup is. The setup's really going to determine the risk, because we're going to measure it based on our stop loss. So far, I have not seen anything worth trading in New York. This, I do like this green candle coming all the way back down. We might have potential for a sell, but it's not, I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at the higher time frames. 4 hours bullish. There's a level right there. One hour is still bullish. You know, this coming back up. 30 minutes bullish, 15. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hang on. Yeah, those accounts are cheap, aren't they? $15. You can't beat that. Yeah, you can't beat that. And if $15 is, it makes me want to get another one. But I really want to switch to Top Step, so I'm resisting the urge. Just because I've been with Bullnox long enough, and I've seen everybody switch, that really once you get to a point where you know how to trade, you can kind of move away from Bullnox. They're not bad, but they're not the best. But you can still get cheap accounts, you know. Oh, that's awesome, Alex. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you very much. Yep. That's kind of you. Yeah, hopefully you're able to turn it into something pretty sick. You're able to crush it. Interesting. Doesn't look bad for a sell, but all the time frames are bullish. Yeah, $20 for 100K. That's, you can't beat that. And now we have frozen charts. Yay! I can't even take a trade if I wanted to. I've had technical difficulties like crazy today. News in 15. Yeah, look, I can't even. Oh, there you go. I don't know. I'm not too. It looks pretty good for a sell. Oh, the 30 looks really good. Tell you what, if it decides to melt, let's see, what's our stop loss here? Oh man, I don't know. Big range. 100. Not even that. Jeez. This is a major level here. It's possible. Yeah, L Trader, that's right, Pez. I'm only making money because of the discount. Hey, what's going on, Tim? Good to see you. Yeah, this looks, it looks not bad for a for a sell. It's long top wick. Problem though is the range is so big. Look how big that range is. Look how big that, if you were to really put a true stop loss, it would be above this level right here. Sometimes the size is just not right for the trade. 150 ticks for stop loss. Couple of bottom wicks here. This bottom wick is really where your entry should be. But the problem here is you don't have much room to the next level. This is, sounds good. Yeah, jump in bed, Pez, and I'll collect those watch hours. You can troll me all you want. I don't care. It's fun. I say some crazy stuff in your streams, so you're more than welcome to do the same thing. We have fun with it. Yeah, man, this looks pretty good for a sell, but it's just the risk here is a bit too high. I'm just struggling with the risk. And I'm not going to take it if I'm not confident. I'm not trying to justify it. Yeah, 46 times is crazy, piss. Oh, it's probably not even like that close to the accurate what it really is. Let's see if this works. No, I didn't put it in. I'm saving that one. I'm saving that one for you. Not bad for a sell. Not bad for a sell on gold, but it's just how much are you willing to risk? I'm not willing to risk $250 for this trade. So I have to stand it down. Even though it could be a winning trade, I just can't. I can't justify the loss. Sucks. Sucks. That's what happens when you go on tilt and your account is close to your max drawdown. So you have to, I gotta be careful. I gotta inch my way back up. That's what she said. I gotta take trades that make sense. Let's see, how about NQ? Big overextended candle here. 700 ticks. That's a pretty massive candle. Maybe Pez. I don't know. I probably won't be trading. I like to trade. Sorry, I like to watch the 10 o'clock candle because it's the 4-hour closure. The 4-hour closes in 10 minutes, as well as the 1 hour. I like to see what kind of structure it's gonna set up. Lately, I've been streaming for like another, I don't know, 15 to 20 to 30 minutes after that. But it sucks. I've been on the charts for 2 hours and there's no setup. You know, I'm mostly here for you guys. You know, because I can sit off stream. Did you do it again, Stuart? Well, you got a brand new account, didn't you? Yeah. No, you'll be all right. Man, this is a tempting sell. I'm standing it down though. Have to. No, I'm in bed by then. I'm in bed by like 11, 12 p.m. Except for on my days off. I'll stay up late. Because I'm a night owl. Oh, okay. Did you at least get some profits there, Stuart? If you took a sell, you're probably doing all right. Oh, you stream it now. Okay, Pez. So you're streaming twice? That's pretty sick. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, you should see some massive growth soon. Hopefully. Hopefully. I just want to see everybody win. Bad discipline. Yeah. It's okay, Stuart. Best thing you can do is make note of it, fix it. Yeah. If you saw my process where I just now disqualified that trade, even though it's moving in the correct direction, and I have to sit here and watch that, then maybe you can learn from that a little bit. Maybe that can help you in your process. Doesn't mean that I am right. It doesn't mean that I know exactly how to pick the winners and pick the losers or whatever. But my process of justifying versus disqualifying a trade, because I could have I could have taken this sell as an impulse, but where I really would wanted to take it is right there, and it's already back to that point. It's already moved that much because that bottom wick is so low. And if you look at it on the 30, now is where I would want my entry. You know, and that's just not that much room. It still looks pretty good for a sell. But it's also getting close. Plus you have news. I don't know. You like to set up, but my rules are no trading. Oh, that close to news? Yeah. Yeah, I have a rule as well. It says no trading during major red folder news. Yeah, I'd be out by now. But, you know, you got your rules for a reason. And the thing is if you can't hold to your rules, then what's the point? Yeah, I don't know if you were here, Pez, but I had a bit of a whinge earlier. Bit of a whinge about the corporate world. Trading. Unlocking the door. We're just talking about how frustrating it is to work a 9 to 5. Me and Orem are kind of vibing on the same page. Yeah. Just struggling with life's a bit of a struggle, and if you can unlock life on the charts like this, man, you've really done something amazing. Okay, yeah, it was a good conversation. I enjoyed it. It was good to talk to other people that dealt with it. Stuart, he's been there too. Well, gold, you did what I thought you would do, but I couldn't enter. So I guess I'll clock back in. Yeah. Yeah, I called it. I said gold looks great for a sell. But I didn't take it. But I didn't take it for very specific reasons. No, I'm not in trade. I was looking at this sell right here. But I have very, very specific reasons why I didn't take it. Turkey legs, that's right. I put out a short yesterday, I think. About, or maybe it's today. I think it was yesterday. About the turkey leg. When we were messing with the turkey leg and it went like huge. Yeah. I put out short about that. And then NQ was like sneaking its way back down. I'm like, no, NQ, you need to go up. It was fun. Yeah, good read. Yeah, I appreciate that, Pez. Well, that's what sucks, right? When you get a good read on the market and then you don't take it for discipline. Exactly, Candace. Discipline over FOMO. Yeah. And then it goes in that right direction. And then you have to like, you have to, I don't know if you guys have ever been to the casino. You walk up there and you're like, man, I think I would have bet on red. And then boom, it hits red and you're like, dang. Like, next one comes around and you're like, my lucky number is 7. I would bet on 7. Boom, it hits 7. You're like, okay, all right, where's the nearest ATM? Right? So it's really hard to not, it's really hard to not get into that mindset. You have to block that off. Need to zoom in and realize today meant nothing? Exactly, Pez. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I go back and forth with that, right? Because our time is limited. We don't know how much time we have left. We could have the rest of our lives, or we could have 12 days. So it's tough. Where you're like, I really need to make it happen now. but then I also have the rest of my life. You know, it's a weird dichotomy back and forth. Maybe I'm bipolar. Maybe my life is red and green. I don't know. You know, and I blew a funded account because I had a deadline. This deadline right here that I told you guys about to go to Panama. I'm going there to help the church there, help the community, you know, do some good things for people who don't have as many benefits and as many things for us. I'm already signed up. I'm already in. Got my passport. What do I need? I gotta pay for the trip. And then like half of the money that I need to make goes to the tickets and the food and that crap, and then the rest goes to the church. So I'm like, I have a deadline I'm trying to hit, and I am nowhere near it. But so it's a tough mental game, and maybe I put an external pressure on myself that's unnecessary. You know, I wanted to like force myself to level up, and I kind of did by jumping on the charts in front of a camera, which is not easy, but I'm miles away from that target. And I need to make it about the trades, not the money. But it's just a back and forth. It's a hamster wheel, you know? I don't know if you guys have the same hamster wheel in your head. Yeah, exactly, Pez. Yeah, pressure is good, but pressure with a timeline can be harmful, yeah. And when has an ultimatum ever worked out for anybody in a good way? If you don't start dressing nicer, I'm dumping you. See ya. You know, how many times has that happened? Ultimatums don't work. All right, 1 minute till news. Stay out of the markets if you can. Let it cool off a little bit. It could go crazy. If you're in a trade, I recommend getting out now before it goes wild. You just don't know what this news candle is going to do. And it could blow your account. You could die tomorrow, but at the end of the day, you have no clue when you'll die. So it's best to live as you'll go into old age. Yeah, I like that, Pez. And that's definitely what I need to do. Look, I've already survived 38 years. And trust me when I say there's been multiple times that I almost died. At work. Of all things. Of all places. For everything that we've said. I've got stories of me almost dying while on the job. You wish you were still in it? Nah, it's good to be out, Stuart. It's better to be out of a trade wishing you were in a trade than to be in a trade trying to get out of a trade. Yep, loves to try and kill himself in planes, yeah. I've almost died in planes a few times. And then at my job now, I almost died as an airport employee. Still down for Christmas stream? Yeah, that'd be sick, Pez. I wouldn't mind doing a test stream if you're cool with that. Maybe just an unlisted test stream so we can make sure everything works. No technical difficulties. Make sure audio works and all that stuff. Maybe have somebody like Orem or something just watch and see if it's good or something. And then go live like the next day or the day after or something like that. That would be sick. I'd love to do a stream. I'm sure we've both got stories. We've both been on different journeys. We've both been through a lot. I know you've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. It would help. It'd benefit our audience. And then tie it back into why we're doing this. Oh, you left it to hit TP. I see what you're saying, Stuart. Yeah, and it would have. Yeah, that's okay. Take what the market will give you. Yeah, W collab. I think it would be good. I think it would be really good. And I appreciate you considering me for it. I'm humble enough to say that. Yeah, 2 pieces of leather. That's right. Yeah. Did you guys know? Well, you didn't know, but I'm going to tell you. You guys all know Columbine. I grew up in that area. I was there when it happened. I was there when Columbine happened. It was right down the street, man. It wasn't at my school, but it was right down the street. And I remember everybody running into the classroom, crying, freaking out, locking the doors, throwing chairs against the doors, just boarding us in like it was nuclear warfare. What the hell's going on? And yeah, there's a shooting at a school down the street. Everybody lock in. It gives new meaning to lock in. So yeah, I was there. Sick. I guess you could call me a survivor. I'm a survivor. You're in NQ. The current candle will break on low. Can we sell? I don't know, man. It's a news candle, so I would stay out. Yeah, new meaning to lock in, exactly. Yeah, it was pretty scary. I can still remember it. I still remember it. Like, I can still remember what I had for lunch that day. One reason I'm so glad to be Australian, yeah, we don't have school shoot. Yeah, you know what, Morgan? That is, what a blessing, because we have that crap all the time. And by the way, nice to chat with you. This is the first time I think you've been in, so welcome in. Appreciate having you here, Morgan. Good to talk to you. Yeah, this NQ, it's not uncommon for NQ to reverse on itself like this. It will do this. It'll melt, and it had a couple of long bottom wicks here. If this wasn't a news candle, and this was not a doji, I would have considered a buy right here. No, you're that's good. You're a lurker, you're alien. That's cool. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Shout out to the lurkers. Shout out to the lurkers. It's good. Hopefully you get some value out of the stream. That's all I really care about, is if you get some value. Even if it's a little piece of something. Yep. Oh, yeah, you said alien, so I was like, oh, okay. You're an alien? That's all good. Morgan's been exposed, yeah. Yep. Yep, for sure. Stream Elements is trying to pay my bills. They're listening to my conversation. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to lurk, you can ! lurk. And then you're just hanging out. It's a joke. I know you're not really waiting for a buy or sell signal, but it's a joke. It's just fun. It's just good fun. What are you doing, Gold and NQ? Yeah, look at that. That 30 doji is ugly. Remember, a doji is indecision, right? And I was kind of like, well, okay, of course there's indecision because it went from red and it's switching green, right? But you really want to see gold say, we're not selling anymore, we're buying. And here's the evidence of it. Like the candle that we see now is what you want here instead of the next one. I'll show you guys a screenshot of what I'm talking about. I got this from Mr. Daniel Holmes. Okay. You guys see this right here? Where? All right. So basically, if you look on the left here, see this doji? That's not good on the 15. Your 30, you want your 30 to look like that. Remember what I said? I wanted to see some strength on the 30. And then the one on the right is where you're going to enter. But you want that retest, but you want the strong volume candle to show direction change. That's what you want. Screen capture time, that's right. Not much of a story to tell. Been trading 2 years, but haven't really found my feet yet. You know, Perry said this in his stream, that if you've been trading for a long time and you haven't figured it out yet, you just have you're a few tweaks away. You just got to tweak a few things. Pez, you're crazy. You're a troll. You are a troll. You're living under a bridge. But from the guy that just trolled you, he also said you just need a few more tweaks, and then that'll be it. You'll figure it out. Your real name is Gertrude. No, I don't know. Pex. Your real name is Pex. Yeah. I'm gonna have to put Pez on a timeout. But anyways, here's what you're looking for, right? Screenshot that if you want, or go back and watch it. That's what you're looking for. The doji is bad news. The doji is indecision, right? You want the 30 to look good. You want the 15 to look good. You want it to look like this. This is what we were trained on. And obviously, this was a long time ago. Just Dan is like a baby in this picture. All right. So then now look at what we're looking at now. See the difference? See this? What's the 30 look like? That's the 30 there. This candle here is nice if it was here. And it's not. And the 15 is even weirder. Yes, Pez trades is crazy. All right. Anything happening here? Possibly a wick fill on the 4 hour. This wick. See this giant wick here? I wouldn't be surprised if gold moves up and refills this whole wick. Not bad setup on the 4 hour. But the 4 hour just opened. It's only 10 minutes. Crazy for Macas, that's right. Here you go, Morgan. Since Mr. Pez is who he is, that's just for you. There you go. So anyways, so the 4 hour looks pretty good to go back up. Depends on if it wants to refill this wick. It may refill this wick. It probably will. Will it do it in the next candle? Who knows? That's just where I struggle with a wick fill. When is it going to fill the wick? We don't know. It could be 2 hours. It could be a day from now. Could be the next candle. It's hard to predict. And it's a new, and we got news here too, so. I have a feeling NQ is just going to slowly stair-step its way all the way back up. So if you're one of those people that buys and holds, maybe get in now before it does all that. Maybe get a buy-in while it slowly crawls its way back up and refills all this crap right here. I bet there's a wick on there. Yeah. Yeah. That level there is still pretty valid. It's not the most recent resistance, but yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see that happen, Pez. That'd be sick. Just tell all of Dan's subscribers to come subscribe to your channel, and then you'll have thousands. He's got 40K now. Can you believe that? When we were, I know, and you were his first student, but I remember when he had 10,000 subscribers, which is still a lot. I remember when he had 12, 13, 14, and now he's got 40. It's insane. Must be all that Raja, you know, lifting weights with Raja kind of thing. That's what got him all his subs. You know what, Pez? Maybe if we take our shirts off and post on Instagram, we'll get more. we'll get more followers too. Oh. Yeah, I got kids. Yeah. I got kids. This is why I shouldn't take my shirt off on stream. I'm not going to. I got a dad bod. I'm rocking the dad bod. I'm alright with that. There's a market for everything. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got 3 kids. Oldest is 10. The middle is 4. And the youngest is 2. But he was born 4 months early. He almost didn't survive, but he did. But his adjusted age is... He's a preemie, basically. So his adjusted age is like 2.5 or something. I don't know. But he's 2. Yeah. If I showed you a picture of what he looked like when he's born, you'd probably cry. His diaper could fit in my hand. It was like... I don't even know if I have something small enough. His diaper was the size of a credit card. A credit card. Oh no, a business card. It was a business card. I put it in, I have a picture of it sitting next to a business card. It's tiny. He was extremely early. And then basically my wife had some weird stuff going on. We took her to the emergency room and they said, your body is rejecting this pregnancy. Either we go into the emergency operating room right now to get your son born, or it ain't gonna happen. And of course, we went straight into the emergency room. I was on the phone with her. She was on the operating table, and I'm on the phone with her because I'm at home. I had 2 other kids. I'm on the phone with her listening to my son being born at 3 in the morning while the other 2 are in bed. And he was born. His head was probably the size of a golf ball, maybe a tennis ball, maybe. Yeah, it's insane. I've got stories, bro. I've got tons of stories. That was my oldest. That's my youngest. My oldest has a crazy story too. She would have also not survived. The only one that was born sort of normal was my middle, but then my wife had major complications after that. So afterwards, like I was holding my daughter afterwards, and my wife was basically on the emergency table for hours. They were trying to fix her. So, I've been through hell, man. I've been through hell. Yeah, absolutely, Allison. Yeah, all 3 of my kids. They wouldn't be here if it was 1800s. Every single one of them. I'd be over here all by myself. Yeah. So I guess you could say I've won in life when it comes to that. But I just want to take care of them, and I don't want them to struggle the way I've struggled. You know? I want to break the chain. Oh, that's sick, Pez. I appreciate that. That's kind of you. I mean that. I really mean that. That's very kind of you to say that. It means a lot. Yeah. I think what my best assets right now are to be humble. To be humble, to be grateful, and somehow be of value to the people that are watching me. If I can do that, I think I'll be all right. Dinner time, Stuart, sounds good. Yep. Take care of her, man. That's good. Take care of her. Yeah, God's glory. That's right, Allison. Yeah, there's no other explanation. No, yeah, it's an insane story. I got 3 kids, 3 insane stories. But I'm lucky. My son was. I basically, with my son, he had to live in the hospital for 4 months, and he basically lived in a bed where he had tubes and everything hooked up to him. And the only way for me to see him was after work. I would go to the hospital. You have to go through all the checks, and you have to get the security and all that stuff. I'd go up to the NICU, and I'd see him for a couple of hours, and then I'd go home. And then my wife would come in, and she'd see him for a couple hours, and then she'd go home. And we just did that back and forth, swapping. It's the only way I could see him, because he had to live in the hospital. He had to live in a little bed, a little incubator kind of thing. It's almost like a man-made womb in a way, right? Because when he was born, his lungs... I'm getting deep into this, right? But when he was born, his lungs were not developed. So he couldn't breathe oxygen on his own. And when you're born like that, your lungs are stuck together. And if you force air into them, it will rip them apart. So he had to have a very special treatment to allow his lungs to naturally grow and separate on their own. Horrible thing. But now he is like, he's good. He can scream like a freaking train, ear piercing. So I guess whatever they did was good for his lungs. It worked out. So I'm very, very thankful, very grateful. Yeah, I know, right? I know, Allison. Yeah, it was tough. 2023 was one of the hardest years of my life. While that was going on, I broke my arm being stupid on a skateboard, right? I'm just trying to escape all these problems, right? And I broke my arm, and I got fired in the same month. I'm not kidding. This is a true story. My son in the hospital, my arm broken, I'm in the hospital, and I get fired. Welcome to hell. Yeah, the company I was with, they cut off like 75% of their workforce. They're like, hey, we need you to come back on a call. Like, okay, I was just, recovering or whatever. And like, I get on the call. There's no camera access. There's no chat. There's no nothing. All I have is just a person talking to me. And they're like, if you're on this call, today's your last day. And I remember that feeling of just sitting there. And you ever have like, you get up too fast and the stars just kind of start going? This is the feeling that I had. I was just like, what am I supposed to do now? And after the call, I got off the call and I sat there and I was like, I have to go tell my wife that I just got fired. I don't want to leave this room. I literally sat in that room for like 30 minutes after the call, just staring at the wall. What the hell am I going to say? What am I going to do? My son's in the hospital. We just got out of the hospital. I can't remember exactly the timing. It's all a blur now. My arm's broken and now I have no income. It was insane, dude. Insane. So you guys have a little piece of why I sit here watching these freaking candles every day. Yeah. But maybe I went through all of that so I could lead a charge. Maybe I can help inspire other people. I don't know. It's all part of a plan that I don't understand. Yeah, big why. Exactly. Allison, yep. Absolutely, Morgan. Those are the times when we press into God harder and have to rely on him. Yep, 100%. And then that's what I have to do. I wouldn't be here if that was not the case. So, my faith carries me through for sure. It has to. What else do I have? What else do I have? Yeah. It's definitely not good price action. These are the 1 hours. What do the 15 minutes look like? It's a very choppy, weird day. I've had too many setups like this where I get in and then it just doesn't go. You have this, you get in. This is not a bad setup right here, right? A double bottom wick pushing back up. There's a level right here though. Yeah. Oh, I appreciate that, Allison. Yeah, if I can help inspire, then my story is not wasted. Yeah, 1000%. Took a nap and woke up after that big wick. Yeah, I like taking naps. But this here, if I had gotten into this trade right here, I'd be at break even. I'd be at break even. What's the point? What's the point? Gold has done this to me so many times, and I'm just like, I don't even want to take it. Look at it now, right? Sure, you'd have to get out here, but how many ticks would I caught there? Which is not too bad of a trade. 40 ticks. Is 40 ticks worth it? I don't know. I have faith no matter what, how bad things get, it will work out for the good. Yeah. I mean, you've lived that story, Pez. People go through a lot, come to understand. Yeah, you need to believe they're surviving. I couldn't have said it better. You know, there's some people in this world, they never have anything bad happen to them. And then when something bad does happen to them, it takes them down. It crushes them, breaks them. It's like an immune system, right? You get sick and you've never been sick before and it just takes you out. As opposed to, well, I've been sick 1,000 times before, so I can storm this. You know, I can handle this storm. I feel like life is kind of that way. But not that long ago, I was on Pez's stream. Actually, it was this Sunday. We're talking about stuff, and I was like, I think about my mortality every day. And, you know, you do. Well, at least I do, because of all this shit that I've been through. Last 3 years have been hell for me, too. Yeah, absolutely, Allison. Only one pregnancy. After waiting so long to find my husband. Yep. Yeah. And then, yeah. Carry your baby for nine weeks. Wow. We also have been through miscarriages, so I know exactly what you've been through. Allison, I know exactly what you've been through. We've been through many of them. Yep. ICU, yep. Jeez. Oh my God, that's terrible out. Oh, it's terrible. I'm sorry. So sorry for that. I know what you've been through because we've been through it too. Before my first was born, we had multiple miscarriages. Multiple. I should have about 7 kids right now. I don't know. I don't have 7 kids, but I should have 7 kids. Something like that. I lost track. It's weird when you're like, my wife's been pregnant 5, 6 times, 7 times maybe, but we only have 3 kids. Wow, I just added another kid. Jeez. So, I know exactly what you've been through. We've been through it too. And it's not fun. Especially when you're excited and you tell everybody, and then you have to untell everybody. And let me tell you, there is no worse feeling than telling your family we're not having the baby. There's nothing worse. Nothing. When you've already told them. Trust me. Been through it a couple times. But your husband's a doctor, right? So you're good, Allison. You're good. He can take care of you. He can fix you up. Whatever. He's got the tools, right? Harbor Freight. Go to Harbor Freight. Get the doctor's tools. We called him in Gilead. You had testimony. Oh, that's cool. Gilly for short. Oh, I like that. Supernaturally. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I'm just joking around with the tools. I'm just joking around. I like to insert a little bit of comedy into a sad situation if I can. Well, I mean, I've also noticed this with gold, you guys, where the setup doesn't really play out until there's like 2 minutes left on the candles clock. Yeah, for sure, Morgan. Yeah, it's crazy to me that our human race has survived. Think about the medicine and the doctors and everything that we have now. How is it that people made it through this and had kids and continued on when there was no medicine, there was no tools, there was no practice, there was none of that stuff? Like, how did you all survive? How are we here? How did the human race not die off? Because it's so stacked against us. It's possible, Pez. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, a mini Pez running around. Yeah. Well, if you ever do become a dad, it will change everything. Everything. It'll change your sleep. It'll change your eating. Everything. Lack of poisons. Yeah, that's that's possible. Absolutely. Yeah, I like that, Morgan. That's true. There is light at the end of it for sure. And it's a weird thought that, oh, I might actually meet people this someday that were my kids. I don't know, it's just a weird thought. We do have Maccas. That's right. In the United States, we call it Mickey D's. Yeah, that's right. Just last night, my kid was puking in her bed, so she got sick. My oldest was sick, and it's like, I couldn't have puked in the toilet. You had to puke in the bed. Okay, cool. We're cleaning puke at 1 a.m. Cool. You know, so it's beautifully chaotic. I've only recently changed our whole wardrobe. Nice. I cannot stand cotton. Well, where I live, it's too hot here. I can't wear cotton. It's too hot. Yeah, absolutely, Morgan. You're going to need that. You're definitely going to need that, for sure. Without question. I don't really see anything on the charts, you guys. Might call it here. My voice is starting to break. I get about 2 hours, and then my voice starts shutting down. If you can hear it, it starts breaking. Even though I'm drinking, then whatever. Yep, exactly, Allison. Yep, they are. They are, for sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna take a break from the charts. Come back. You're beyond reckless as a teen. You and Orem did insane stuff. I did the same. I have a friend just like that, Pez. Him and I did some crazy stuff. Oh, I got stories there too. We defiled a construction site because they built this building where we used to go shoot our BB guns, and they built a building there and kicked us out. So we took revenge. We took revenge. Oh, it was bad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's nice to have a friend like that, isn't it? It's nice to have a friend that you just can be stupid with. I love it. Awesome. Well, I think I'm going to jump off. I'm not seeing anything. A lot of news really screwed up the market. I would say wait a couple hours if you guys are going to trade. Come back after lunch. Maybe the market will chill and set up some structure. But good stories, guys. I appreciate hanging out with all of you. I do. I appreciate it. We'll do this every day, even if there's no trades. Yeah, thanks, Pez. Appreciate that. Thanks for being here. You certainly don't have to. I'm sure there's other things you could be doing, and you're here, so I appreciate it very much. Candace, good to see you. Good to have good conversations with you. Same with you, Allison. Morgan, good conversations. Yep. You guys know a little bit more of my story. So, it'll be good. It'll be good. Yeah. Yep, awesome. Caliper, good to see you. Thanks for being in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. One of these days, I'm going to have so many people in here, I'm not going to be able to catch everybody. I'll be able to I want to get to a point, to be honest with you, and I'll say this real quick, is I want to be able to see my voice is dying. I want to be able to... I can't talk anymore. I want to be able to recognize all the people that are here from the beginning. Because, you know, you look at Dan's stream, it's got 7,000 people in there. It's like, you just get lost, right? So I want to be able to somehow on screen or something, I'll put some of the OGs. Something on there. Alex, good to see you. Appreciate it. Awesome. Well, see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we catch a trade. If not, catch something in Asia or back in New York. So, all right. Awesome, guys. Thanks. Have a good one. Yep. Appreciate it, Tim.